Hello, hello, hello. Time for my first pickup video of 2024, and I got a lot more than I expected to kick off the new year. But let's not waste any time on preamble. Let's get to the main thing advertised. Finally gonna unbox another G.I. Joe. This is the Walmart exclusive Night Force version of Tunnel Rat. And as usual, I got two. One to keep in the box, and one to open. I'm probably not going to do that anymore because I never got duplicates of Shipwreck and Zorana, and it's just, after seeing so many just on clearance now that I paid full price for, like Tomax, Zaymot, Lady J, Flint, it's just ridiculous. So this might be the last time I do this. And this might be one of the last G.I. Joes I ever get in the classified line. I'm probably going to cave and get Scarlet, the new retro one, and Jinx has been announced, but beyond that, and you know, they're going back to window packaging, but I kind of like what they did with here. It's like they put some effort into this. You got the figure number, you got the operative's name, and we got Tunnel Rat himself. I don't have my scissors handy, so oh well. Play it by ear. Forgot that. Fitting that I use like a serrated blade and stuff when unboxing a G.I. Joe figure, I suppose. Of course, I'm gonna have to pick up those little things later. And we got some artwork of the character. Again, I think it's the same artwork that's on the side here. Just black and white. So let's have a look at them. The head's kind of wobbly. That's a shame. Kind of reminds me of how the initial Snake Eyes figure kind of had a wobbly waist. Thankfully, that's not really an issue here. Otherwise, we got a lot of nice details, some textures in the fabric, especially in the pants. Pinless joints, the same sort of articulation you kind of expect from Hasbro's, the G.I. Joe Classified and Marvel Legends lines. Double-jointed elbows. Got a bicep swivel. It's kind of nicely hidden. It's a cuff. Well, not really, but whatever. Thigh cut. No boot cut, but feet go back and forth and they do pivot, and you still got all the nice detail like tread on the shoes, the laces, and well, maybe with this one feels a little stiff. Up there it goes. I was afraid I was going to have to heat this up. I still remember all those horror stories about Serpentor. Now the head's wobbly, but at least you get good movement, good rotation. You got bandana here and everything. So yeah, looking good. Tunnel Rat. Why did I go ahead and get Tunnel Rat when initially Jinx was the last Joe I was gonna, well, since I went ahead and got Zorana and Serpentor, I'm gonna need both Jinx and Tunnel Rat to even things out with 11 Joes and Cobras each. Plus, Jinx and Tunnel Rat both debuted in the 80s anyway, in the cartoon movie, and I do remember watching the first episode of G.I. Joe Renegades, the one that debuted alongside Transformers Prime and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I've blown through the first 7 seasons of the latter, and I've watched all of the former, though I never got to the Robots in Disguise continuation. And is this gonna go in? Do I really? Seems kind of heavy on him. I might just leave that off. Anyway, let's get the rest of his accessories in. Where's his revolver? Oh yeah, he's a problem solver, and her name is Revolver. Let's get that in there. Actually, yeah, let's take this off so we can get this on. That's looking okay. It's probably not the way I'm supposed to do. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the box and I'm supposed to do it the other way. whatever. Alright. So far, it's like, this is what you expect from G.I. Joe Classified. Nice military-themed figure, lots of great detail, good articulation, lots of little goodies. This bad boy might need to heat it up and... Okay. Is that the way it's supposed to go in? I mean, looking at the box, it looks like that's how it's supposed to go. Sheath his knife in there. And at first I thought this was like the same purse or Green Goblin pouch that was in Marvel Legends, but no, it looks completely different on further inspection. There's a lot more texture detail. And I think these probably go in the backpack, these lights. Go ahead and put those in there. I'm not going to waste time trying to get the get him outfitted with the big gun. I'll do that off camera, and no, I'm still going to leave this off, and just for completion's sake, show him with the... That kind of looks ridiculous. That looks like if Splinter Cell Sam Fisher had an image made of him in some AI program, so no. Anyway, yeah, I'm liking this. He's decked out, he's ready to crawl through some hellscapes to kick some ass, just as you would expect Tunnel Rat to. So yeah, this is my 11th member of the Joe team that's going to be on the shelf, and I'm liking them. Yeah, I'm glad I pre-ordered these two so many months ago. It's really the only thing from Hasbro I brought brand new back in 2023. The other thing is, I forgot to show this off last month, but I found this in the store, and I'm glad I picked it up because he's like doubled in price on the secondary market. I found the new Hasbro version of Raimi vs. Spider-Man. I mean, face sculpt is good, the articulation looks good, lots of detail. I'm going to leave them in the box now. It's been a while since I've bought some stuff just to keep in the box. Eventually I'll find another one and put that on display somewhere, but for now, yeah, all the stuff with Hasbro last year, the layoffs, the price increases, all the other crap, I was just like, I didn't want to buy from them brand new, and these are the only two things I caved on last year. Alright, off camera I fandangled it so we get Tunnel Rat's rifle in his hands, and even got his backpack on, and got him in a sort of a crouching pose, which is probably how I'll have him displayed on my shelf. Now, as I was talking about with not buying stuff brand new from Hasbro, another good example is Random here, who's from the same set as the Vertigo figure I showed off some months ago. These two were the only ones I wanted in that 5-pack, and $130, even if I wasn't kind of pissed at Hasbro for shitting on the consumer and their workforce. There was no way I was going to pay $130 for all that, so glad I waited just to get them individually when I got good offers on like Mercari, eBay, what have you. So yeah, some people complain about this. There is some reuse, but a lot of it is new, like these arms, of course, with like the barbed wire and the head sculpt. And even parts that are probably reused, I like a lot of detail here, like the leather texture, like the zipper parts, and like pins are painted silver, same with parts of his boots. This looks like the Random I remember from the comics. Yeah, I liked this character back then because when I was very young, I was too stupid to realize this was a parody of all the 80s anti-heroes that sprung up after Dark Knight Returns, so I thought this was the epitome of what a cool comic book character was, not realizing it was just like making fun of the whole fucking trend. Same with like basically Marvel's Lobo, I assume. But, whatever. It is a nostalgic trip just to have this character in Marvel Legends form. And it's like, other people, though, were bitching and moaning that he's not big and beefy enough. And I'm like, no. It's like with Thing. You don't always need him to be big, larger than life, almost like a few inches shorter than the Hulk. No. He's still big enough compared to other male Marvel characters who aren't all testosterone-driven. What I will knock Hasbro for, though, is the laziness. Don't have interchangeable forearms so he can have, like, regular arms and his blaster arms. And I think the shape of his bio-cannon here is all wonky. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Random, do not fall down. I happen to have the vintage 90s random toy right here. Yeah, this little precious small boy. Yeah, this is how his bio-canyon was usually depicted in the comics, back when Peter David first debuted him. And yeah, you see the detail here, it's like all like the veins and stuff, kind of looks like something you'd see depicted in one of the symbiotes in Spider-Man. You don't really see that level of detail here, and the shape is all wrong. So yeah, I will knock Hasbro there for being lazy on that part, but I didn't need him all Build-A-Figure size. That's a stupid criticism. Plenty of things we can criticize Hasbro for, but for that particular decision, I'm good. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna like having him on the shelf. And as for Hasbro stuff, this came back many years ago. This was from over 20 years ago, the movie version of Laserbeak. Now, say what you will about Michael Bay's Transformers movies, but I did like some of the designs. In fact, prefer them to the G1. Laserbeak here is one of them. I mean, more like a vulture, and he talks? On paper, that sounded atrocious. It sounded like it was doomed to fail, but in the movie itself, it just made him so more threatening and noxious and villainous. And here's the best part. If you don't like that depiction of him, you can just hide that part away. If I can get it to scrunch in there right. There we go. That looks more like a traditional Laserbeak. So I can easily put him with Soundwave and the others, because this looks like it could... Oh yeah, and before another vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming, he did, like, the fan blade wing thing, too. I mean, yeah, he's what's definitely in my top 5 designs from the live-action movies. Right up there with the initial Optimus Prime in 2018 Bumblebee. And to round out the figures, I have this old DC Direct version of Wonder Woman. I thought this one was going to scale nicely with all my other 6-inch, like, Mattel Classics, because I much prefer the classic look to the modern-day Gladiator skirt look in the movie, popularized by the movie. But, unfortunately, as you can see, just a smidge too tall. Oh well. I'll hang on to it, though. There's probably another place where I could display it. And now that we've rounded out the figures, let's show off a couple import games. Me, I got yet another Goemon game. This is the third one that came out for the Famicom. It's not like a top-down adventure like the other two. This is more of like a traditional JRPG. Yeah, when it came to Platform Stars getting into a JRPG, did it well before Mario did. And this is actually important to the overall mythos. This was, I believe, the introduction of Yay! Like the green-haired ninja chick who could turn into a mermaid. We got all that uproar over a black mermaid not too long ago, but a Japanese ninja mermaid came out, well before then, and no one batted an eye. Ugh. And lastly, the biggest splurge of the month probably. Here we have Super Aleste. Aleste? Well, however you pronounce that. Well, this is the first Aleste game I own. It's like, most of these are really expensive. including the American version of this, which wasn't even called Alest here in America. It was changed its name to Space Megaforce. In fact, back then, a lot of the versions of Alest that did come over here got their names changed to something stupid like Rusha or Power Strike or something. Plus, the Super NES version of this cost hundreds of dollars. This cost me just under $70, so much better deal, and it's supposed to be a nice, long, in-depth shooter, and by getting the original import version, it preserves some of the anime stuff and the cutscenes, and yeah, definitely. Oh, and it was published by Toho of Godzilla fame. What do you know?